Hello, John Thornhill here, and welcome to this second part of my 4-part video training series. In this video, I'm actually going to reveal 2 of the 3 keys to success, so you are going to want to stick around. First of all, you may remember in the last video that I said if you follow my 3 keys to success, I could 100% guarantee your success online. If you saw the amazing proof in my last video, I'm sure you are starting to believe that this isn't hype, but I have so much more proof to share that I'm going to need to spread it out over a few videos so I don't overwhelm you. So let me go ahead and show you some of the proof that I have for you today that will make it clear that when you follow my mentoring, you will achieve success in 2014. 100% guaranteed. First of all, I just want to show you a screenshot from my JVZoo account from last year. Basically, I just got into JVZoo it was around March, April of 2013. So I haven't been on JVZoo for too long. And as you can see, I've managed to do over $80,000 in sales on JVZoo so far. But what I want you to pay particular attention to is the refund rates. As you can see, most of my products have a well below 3% refund rate. Now I also want to show you one of my ClickBank accounts. Now I've sold a lot of products and programs online in my time, and what you're seeing here is a 4-month snapshot of just one of my accounts. Now if you know anything about ClickBank, you know that the refund rates I'm showing you here are fantastic, but I want you to pay particular attention to this product number 147. This is the product that I sell via ClickBank that has a 100% success rate for the students who follow my mentoring. You simply can't have a refund rate this low unless you deliver results with absolute consistency. A 1.57% refund rate for selling a mentoring program is probably unheard of in the internet marketing industry. So when I say I can 100% guarantee your success online, I mean it. Now, this takes us to the question I asked you at the end of video 1. You may remember right at the end of video 1, I asked you the question, do you think you have what it takes to be successful online? As you can see, only 2% think they don't have what it takes. And that's actually a very, very good result. But if you're one of the 2% that are in that category who don't think they can be successful online, you will think differently once you've gone through all of the training videos that I am sharing with you this week. So stick around with me and I will change your mind. So, as I said today, we are going to go through 2 of the 3 keys to success. Now the first key to success, this is where you want to start writing things down, is the following. You need to build an online presence. Now you may be thinking straight away, John, what do you mean build an online presence? What is this about? Well, what I want you to do first is watch this video from Singing Steve. Now, Singing Steve has earned over $200,000 online, and he has something very, very important to share with you. It will only take a minute or 2.
Hi, this is Singing Steve Berman from SingingSteve.com. I've been marketing online for a number of years, and one of the things that I found is that it's vitally important for you to be found online, for you to have a unique presence so people can find you and they get to know you, like you, and trust you. You need to brand your name, or in my case, my moniker, Singing Steve. If you Google Singing Steve, you'll see that I dominate the first page of Google with my Facebook page, my domain name, and my LinkedIn profile. John Thornhill will show you how to create your own unique online business card. In fact, he has already shown the students who follow his guidance how to achieve this kind of strong presence online. When you join John Thornhill's 100% guaranteed partnership to success, John will show you how to make sure that you get found online so that you can gain a reputation that people can trust.
Now what I want to share is some of the results my students are getting by building their presence online. This is my student Sue, who you may remember from the first video. Sue makes a living from the comfort of her own home and has 1,346 loyal followers on Facebook, and that is growing every day. Sue's actually becoming very, very popular in the social media scene. Now, also, Sue dominates the search results when people look for her online. Now, this is very important because it gives her credibility when people are deciding if they should work with her. Let's have a look at Amir Rimmer. You may remember Amir from the Warrior Forum. He actually made one of the posts endorsing me. And Amir, again, is one of my students. Amir has thousands and thousands of Twitter followers. And also, he dominates the first page of Google too when people look him up. Again, this is very, very important. You can actually see Amir's Twitter account on the first page. Lisa is another student of mine that you'll be learning a lot more about in a few days' time. But she has developed a product using Pinterest that has over 500 followers herself. Now, Lisa has made her Pinterest product with another student of mine. They've actually teamed up to create a product together. His name is Chris. And you will see that they also dominate the Google results when someone searches for information about them. Can you see how much it helps with Lisa and Chris's credibility when selling a product about Pinterest that Lisa's actual Pinterest pages are showing up in search results? So think about this for a moment. Chris and Lisa are selling a Pinterest product, okay? Obviously, if they are showing their Pinterest pages when people search for them, that's going to give them all of the credibility that they need. This is what creating an online presence is all about. So let me run through a few of the things you need to do to start building an online presence. Now, these are the first things I ever teach my coaching students. The first thing you should do is buy a domain name that reflects who you are. Now, what I mean by that is something where people can identify you. In my case, I own the domain johnthornhill.com. Now, the reason this is the first thing I teach my students is if you don't buy your domain name and you start to become successful online, someone else will buy it. I actually didn't acquire johnthornhill.com by just searching for it. Someone else actually bought it. Another marketer bought johnthornhill.com, and I then had to go and get the domain from them. So it's very, very important, if you can, that you acquire your first name followed by your last name.com. Now, obviously, if your name is John Smith or Peter Jones, it's not going to happen because that's a common name. And then what you have to do, you have to try and improvise a little here. So what you might want to try and do is put a hyphen in between your first and last name. For example, in my case, it will be john-thornhill.com. Or you could possibly try putting the word online after your name. johnthornhillonline.com in my case. Or possibly the word blog after your name, such as johnthornhillblog.com. Because that is exactly what we do next. We install a blog at our domain name. So if you right now go to johnthornhill.com, you're going to end up at my blog. And this is very, very, very important. And what you will find is with most top marketers, if you go and search their name, 9 times out of 10, you will land on their blog. And this is why it's crucial to install a blog. Now, with most hosting packages, a blog is very, very simple to install. If you have cPanel hosting, it takes about 4 clicks to install a blog. Now, if this is something you don't think you can do, let me reassure you, it is not as hard as you think. If you search YouTube for install a blog, or even Google for install a blog, how to install a WordPress blog, you will find tons and tons of videos. I even have training videos on my blog at johnthornhill.com. If you look at the top of my blog, you will see a tab that says copy this blog, follow the video there, and you can install a blog in about 30 minutes. It's not hard. Now, remember in the first video, I talked about mindset and people making excuses and people saying things are too technical. This is what's going to separate the people who want to succeed from the people who don't succeed. Right now, people will be starting to think, I can't install a blog, John. There's no way I can do that, and give up. Now, are you going to be that person who gives up? Or are you going to be that person who thinks, I'm going to try this? Okay, so that's what we need to do. Install a blog. Now, once you've got the blog installed, you want to get a nice theme, you want to make it look good. Again, tons and tons of training videos out there, okay? But then you need to start generating content. And this is where a lot of people struggle. A lot of people think, who's going to want to listen to me? What could I possibly write about to have people listening to me and be interested in what I'm saying? Now, in the early days, again, with my mentoring students, what I try to teach is just to get used to writing content. So I say to my students, just write about anything you want, your interests, your hobbies, your views, websites you like to visit, products you like, whether online or offline. Just write about anything. Now, the reason I do that is just to get the student used to writing. And once you start to become more prolific with your writing, you will start to write about certain topics. Now, another thing you can do is set yourself a challenge. Set yourself maybe a 90-day challenge. So you could set a challenge that will say, in 90 days from now, I will have a product or service or something online where people can buy a product from me. Just something like that. Set a challenge, publicly announce it on your blog, and believe me, you will start to get followers. And then you just document every single thing that you're doing. A lot of people, when they're starting out, if they set a challenge, people love that content. They love following challenges. And I'm sure you've seen people doing challenges. 30-day challenges to get 1,000 subscribers, 90-day challenges to create a product, possibly a 60-day challenge to get 10,000 likes on a Facebook page, whatever it may be. Set a challenge, and believe me, people will start to follow you. And this is crucial. You need to get involved with social media. Now, I'm talking about Facebook, I'm talking about Twitter, I'm talking about LinkedIn, all of the social media networks out there. Now, for me, personally, I prefer Facebook. But depending on what you do and depending on what you want to end up achieving, you may prefer Twitter or LinkedIn or something else. But in a nutshell, this is my online presence. Okay? We have my blog, we have my Facebook, and we have Twitter. Now, I'm going to be 100% honest with you here. The results I get from Twitter are nowhere near as good as the results I get from Facebook. And what I find myself, personally, is just being myself on Facebook gets me a lot of attention. I write about what I'm doing in my personal life. I write about what I'm doing online. Obviously I write about any products I'm creating or launching and things like that. And I know some people are going to think, but John, what about separating your personal and your business life? Now, I have different sections. But my friends, my personal friends, do see what I do online. They do see the marketing side of me. Now, if that's something you don't want your real friends to see, real friends, how can we word this with Facebook? If this is something you don't want your actual friends, because we do have actual friends and sort of virtual friends, don't we? If this is something you don't want your actual friends to see, you can have sections. You can have a personal friend section, and I have a section called Entrepreneur, where if I just want that section of people to see that content, I just show it to that section of people. So you can keep things separate. Now, my Facebook has hit the 5,000 friend limit now. So now people have to follow me. But this means I can reach thousands and thousands of people, just by posting something on Facebook. You should also look to create Facebook pages and Facebook groups. Now, Facebook pages are good for building a following. And as you can see on the main image here, my main Facebook page has almost 1,300 likes. Now, this is just from regular traffic that I receive, mostly from my regular Facebook. So it's not something I promote heavily. It's not something I pay to get likes for or anything like that. But I can reach almost 1,300 people just by posting to this group. And this is a Facebook group. This is actually for my Simple Traffic Solutions product, okay? The good thing about having a group for a product is it reduces support. If you create a group related to one of your products, you can tell people to look in the group first before contacting you, because the answer could possibly be seen there. Now, as you can see, this group has over 2,600 members. And again, if I wanted to try and reach these people, I can post in my group. So it's a great way to connect with your existing customers. And also, a group gives you credibility. If you create a group and you get thousands of people in that group, it gives you credibility. And this group here is just my regular John Thornhill marketing group. Again, it's just a group I put together, a couple of clicks, and post to it from time to time to gain a following and gain trust and gain the respect of other people. So this is something anyone can do. There's no excuses for not creating groups, not creating your own Facebook page. And it's very, very, very important you do this. So that's the first key, okay? Creating an online presence. And it's very, very important you do this. But you need to do all of the keys, okay? You don't just want to do one of the keys or two of the keys. It's about using all three keys combined to get the best results. Now, the next key, I'm going to reveal it right now, is to create a product, okay? Now, I am going to go through this in so much detail in the next video. It's crucial. I don't want you to sort of think now, John, create a product. I can't do it. I'm going to break down any barrier you have ever had with product creation in the next video. And I promise you, if you watch the next video, I'm going to open your eyes to the world of product creation and show you how easy it can be. This is the number one way to make your own income online. It is to create your own products and services. Okay? Now, if you doubt that, you try and think of one marketer online, just one successful internet marketer online who doesn't sell a product of their own. You won't think of one. And that is why the reason, you have to do this is because it is the number one thing you need to do, and that is product creation. I hope this is getting through because, so many people have not started to create their own product. So, the next thing I want you to do is take the quiz. This time I am quizzing you. I want to know if you can give me the right answer below. Okay? So answer the question. What type of product do you think is the most desired in the marketplace? Now, I'm going to share again the answers in the next video. So please, what do you think it is? What type of product? Techie, list building, getting started, general marketing, or traffic generation? Okay? What do you think people want to learn the most? The thing is, if you answer this, we're going to share the results in the next video. We'll all get to see the type of products we should be creating. So underneath this video, you're going to see the question. Just submit your question and I will see you in the next video. Once again, this is John Thornhill, thanking you so much for sticking it through to the end. I promise you the next video is going to be so content packed, you're going to forget any doubts you've ever had about product creation. I'm going to show you how anyone can create a successful product online. So that's all for now. Once again, thank you so much and I'll see you in the next video.